Hey guys, Tu-114 here, playing FSX once again today. We will be flying a Tu-114 from Moscow to Metotovo, about 40,000 feet, to Andrews Air Force Base in, well, not in, but near enough to Washington, D.C. For some reason the engines don't want to start. Oh, never mind. So this is basically your classical... What the heck? Okay, stop the pushback. Why is it playing? Okay, we just gave him the key to cruise to us. Other spinny ride. I think there was a bit of power or something in the engines, in which case it starts spinning. Anyway. Okay, speed, we're going to go for 290 because this is, although this plane's a turboprop, can fly at the speed of a jet aircraft. I'll actually go for 250 at first, come on. Nav hold. Where's the switch to go over to GPS? And yeah, takeoff flap set. Let's head down to the runway. This is a very much a classic Russian vodka burner. This is based on the Tupolev 95 Bear. That's where the wings come from. So it's basically the wings of a Tupolev 95. Which, some of you may remember, is an aircraft that has the wing at the top of the fuselage. This one has the wings at the bottom. Which is interesting because the landing gear in the gear pods on the wings are the same length on the 95, so they have to make this really long, spindly nose gear. And also, when Khrushchev actually flew to Andrews AFB, they didn't have a staircase high enough to get to Tupolev, so he had to climb down the emergency ladder, something like that. Okay, left turn here to get onto the runway. Turn.
Approaching 1-4 right.
And we're at 1-4 right. Okay, on the runway and take
On
off
runway
set.
1-4 right.
Strobe lights on, landing on, taxi off. Oh, Jesus. This has some powerful landing lights. I think I can rotate. Yeah, this... Autopilot on. Flaps up. Yeah, those engines are really bloody powerful, so... That's a proper climb. So yeah, the pause video here, and that's again beginning our approaching to Andrews. See you then. Well, I'm choking to death. We are approaching Andrews Air Force Base. Oh no, it's 345. And we'll slow right down. I'll also be doing this with the speed brakes because this plane was this plane can fly very, very slowly. And I think even with that I'm not going to just oh, yeah, acknowledge. Sorry, acknowledged. Tune Andrews tower contact. That's the thing, I've currently fly straight in, yada yada, spoilers in, and flaps 1. I think that is going to be my biggest problem. Biggest problem is slowing down enough. Because you can see, those are basically, that's as low as those throttles can go. There we go. Ah, we're getting some proper slow downage. Is that a word? No, I don't care. Okay, that's full flaps. And drop the gear. Okay, I'm going to lose another... or try to lose another 10 knots. You can see this thing actually has a gear on the tail to prevent tail strikes. Okay, I might regret this decision as... Yes, it's porpoising quite a lot, but... Anyway, let's give me the top-down view from air traffic, let's see. No 747-200 by any chance. 777. That's Korean. And the good type of Korean. I think that's Andrews AFB there. I'm just going to disable heading hold, so the plane still controls altitude and all that stuff. I just can control the direction in which the nose is pointing. Because I think that there, right ahead of us there, is Andrews Air Force Base. Okay. Okay, you can see no slats on this. You can see it's also... Right, this is an aircraft of comparable size to a Boeing 707, and speed and all as well. It could fly just as quickly as a 707 or a DC-8. Which are jet aircraft. The 114... Do I even need to say that that isn't a jet? If I do, well, you, my friend, know nothing about aircraft. But then again, that's okay, it's a turboprop. If you don't know that, now you do. Yeah, once again, nothing to report. Only that only that I'm flying a massive plane into the Air Force Base. I'm landing at 1 right. Yep. Yes. Yes, that's a question. Why straight in runway 1 right? Yeah, that's that one there. Sorry, I'm doing homework a bit. Okay, right turn. I really hope that is the airfield I'm going for. That nose gear does not look safe. It looks like the main gear. Yeah, that's how you'd expect the main gear for an aircraft of this size to look, yeah. The nose gear looks far too spindly. You can see the Tupolev logo on the nose, though. One of these, you can also see the navigator's dome, or flight engineer's dome. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Okay, turn, baby, turn. So imagine if you looked up and saw an aircraft of this size just like banking hard. I actually got that pretty well lined up. Now, the annoying thing is I'm not sure how much we're headed towards the actual runway, or, you know, for side slipping or anything. You can also see there's a little wheel in the tail to prevent tail strikes, which, if you look at how much of the aircraft is behind the main gears, you can understand why that would be a problem. Okay, we will need to begin descending shortly. Oh, they gave us a short runway. They want to humiliate us, the Soviet Union. Oh, you capitalist bastards. I am joking, by the way. Just don't take it seriously, okay? I just want to clarify that, because Jesus Christ, this is the internet. Have you seen what happens to people who make even slightly offensive jokes? I made that because this is sort of a reenactment of a flight of Nikita Khrushchev, however you want to pronounce it, from Moscow to Andrews Air Force, basically, which was an actual flight performed with this aircraft. And it could actually, I'm pretty sure it's this exact aircraft, because this is literally called Tupolev 114 1959 Khrushchev. So I don't know, maybe I'm interpreting it wrong. I nearly did an offensive Chinese accent there. But then again, technically I can do it because Hungarians ancestrally are technically Asian. But honestly, I don't really care whether somebody's from Asia or wherever they're from. If I don't like them, then I'm not going to like them completely irregardless of where they're from. And if I do like them, then I'm not going to be like, yeah, he's a perfectly fine guy, but he's Asian, so no. If he's Asian, I get along with him. Why am I going into this rant? I don't know. I'm just trying to cover for myself. So most of you know how toxic the internet can get, especially when it comes to race, which is why I'm hoping you won't find many of that type of person on a video of a Tupolev 114, basically of an old vodka burner flying from Moscow to Washington DC. Even though technically this isn't Washington DC. Washington DC is kind of over there. You know, that's tiny, and I don't think they're... I'm not sure, but I'm... Oh, what's that? Is that a C-17? No, it's C-130. Close, but no cigar. Okay. I'm going to start that off. I am in full control of this massive aircraft with a spindly nose gear. I cannot get over how spindly that bloody nose gear is. I really can't. Okay, it seems we're off to the side, so just a quick turn. This is actually my second video of the 114. First one was from Shannon to, I think it was Glasgow, but it could have been Edinburgh. I don't know. Turn left, turn right, nose down, nose up. Yeah, see that? No, that looks weird. Yeah, we're on idle. I'm not sure if this thing has reversers. And also, this thing appears to be a floater. Spoilers. Oh, we just stopped. We just right up and stopped. Taxi landing strobe. Alright, where's the next turn off? There it is. We just turn off here in park. So here's the thing. Alright, if I try to rotate now, you can see the nose does go up. A minuscule amount, but that's still impressive. But you see how quickly we stopped. That was the polar opposite of what happened in Glasgow. Like in Glasgow, I had to swerve off the runway onto taxiway to be able to stop. Yeah, turn next taxiway. Why? Do you happen to have a 747-200 breathing down my neck? No? Well then, screw you. We expedite off the runway for no one. Okay, straighten up, acknowledge the ground handoff, and then proceed to ignore it. We'll park over here at our own private Russian hangar. This is not a thing, I'm just parking here because I can. Aperture science, we do what we must because we can. That's sort of what I'm doing. Yes, we didn't shade the sign with the counter-rotating propellers. Why did I say it with that stupid voice? So yeah, time for we'll park them and have the Americans roll up those not quite tall enough stairs. And bum 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 bum. Let's watch those counter-rotators spin down. Let's stop. That was a flight from Moscow, Domodedovo to Andrews Air Force Base, Washington DC, or not Washington DC, close enough to Washington DC, with a 2 Pleb 114. I'm Bot 25. Goodbye.